An innocent man locked up for a crime he did not commit was freed today. It's a scene that's been repeated far too often in Louisiana, but as eyewitness investigator Mike Pearlstein reports, Raymond Flanks left court with big plans and without a trace of anger or bitterness.
Even though it was delayed justice, it was justice. Time and truth prevailed in this matter.
With those words Thursday, Raymond Flanks walked his first steps as a free man in nearly 39 years. He was greeted by supporters, his legal team at Innocence Project New Orleans, and family members who waited a long time for this day to come.
I am grateful, definitely. It's awesome. I'm overwhelmed. I thank God.
Flanks was 20 years old when he was arrested in the robbery and murder of Martin Carnesi in the Pines Village neighborhood of New Orleans East. He was convicted primarily on the eyewitness testimony of Carnesi's wife. But records that were withheld from his defense attorney cast enough doubt for District Attorney Jason Williams to join in this motion to vacate his conviction and life sentence.
To retrieve records that the jury never seen, that the victim family never seen, but in their efforts, this is why I'm able to be free today.
The hidden records from Mrs. Carnesi's grand jury testimony show that she described a man with a distinct white mark on his cheek driving an old blue car. But Flanks has no mark on his face and drove an almost brand new car. Despite the failure of trial prosecutors to uphold their duty to reveal the evidence, Flanks said he harbors no anger.
I'm not bitter. I don't harbor any bitterness. And the most wonderful thing about it, I didn't waste time. I used time to my advantage.
At Angola Prison, Flanks earned a theological seminary degree, learned masonry, served as a hospice volunteer for dying inmates, and a reentry counselor for those about to be freed. How did you maintain hope for all of those decades?
Well, when you're honest to yourself, with yourself, and you know that you're not guilty for a crime that you was accused of, it gives you a sense of hope.
Despite Louisiana already having one of the highest exoneration rates in the country, Flanks says he left behind a lot more innocent men just like him.
I think when men of my color, when men that are in poverty, when men can't afford or have the resources to get the representation they need, I think they're ignored.
IPNO attorney Richard Davis.
When we think about who these wrongful convictions happened to and what Mr. Flanks was saying about people of colour, poor people being thrown away, of the 43 innocent people we have freed or exonerated, 41 of them have been black.
Flanks says he wants to help other men prove their innocence, but with the holidays ahead, he wants to start by spending long-lost time with his sister Joanne Dabney and the rest of his family.
He was like the last piece of this puzzle that hadn't been put into place yet.
Mike Pearlstein, Eyewitness News.
Well, before granting Flanks his freedom, criminal court judge Rhonda Good Douglas heard emotional words delivered by Zoom from one of Carnesi's granddaughters. While the judge said the case has clearly damaged both of these families, but ended by saying, quote, "It is only fair and just that the court vacate this conviction."